right up, and then jiu-jitsu, turn on right. Okay, so watch how they do it. Okay.
Hi everybody, Steve Scott here. Another Q&A question and answer video, so let's jump right into it. The question is this: do you practice ukemi and do you teach ukemi? And the answer is yes to both questions, or both parts of that question. And I'll tell you why. Ukemi is the safety valve for judo or sambo, jiu-jitsu, any of the martial arts where we take falls. And it's a break fall. You're learning how to fall safely, land on the parts of your body that you can best absorb the shock and spread it out evenly. So it's a real scientifically based thing. And Jigoro Kano, when he developed Kodokan Judo, really delved into teaching more ukemi. He included this as an integral part of Kodokan Judo. Up to that point in Jiu-Jitsu, in the older systems of Jiu-Jitsu, learning ukemi was kind of hit and miss. Some systems did, some didn't, but there was no methodology of teaching people how to fall safely when getting thrown. So this is one of the many great innovations that Jigoro Kano came up with in the development, the further development. He didn't invent ukemi, but he sure made it better. And we see it now practiced, well over 100 years later after judo's founding. So it is important. It's like I said, it's the safety valve. And let's think of it this way. Not only do you use it in practice when you get thrown on the mat, you can also use it if you slip on the ice in bad weather or on a banana peel or whatever you slip on. It's happened to me. I bet it's happened to a lot of you watching this video, where you've fallen and you've done a break fall. Now, you probably were embarrassed if people saw you, or you felt silly for falling in the first place, slipping on that ice, whatever it may be, but you got up. And if you were hurt, you weren't as hurt badly as you would have been not doing ukemi. And I've had to do ukemi like 3 or 4 times in my life, slipping on ice or some silly thing like that, and it's worked every time. I knew a guy that was out running one time, jogging, in early morning, and in like a misty time, I think he described it to me, and he was actually hit by a car. Now the car wasn't going very fast, and the car did clip him, but it hit the guy. He literally flew up in the air. He landed and did a break fall on the front hood of the car, and he actually kind of bent the car in a bit. So he's a pretty big guy. And when he told me that story, I said, "Man, this ukemi works." So it really does work. Now, there's some coaches in past, and some still do possibly, don't teach ukemi or don't recommend it or advise it. And I've had these conversations with some coaches, and they said, well, it's like teaching a football player to get tackled. Okay, you're teaching them to lose. Well, again, the overriding concern is a person's safety, it's student safety and athlete safety. Okay, if I refuse to take falls in practice, I'm not going to be a very good partner, and I'm not going to get very many people cooperating with me to take falls, whether it's in randori or just general practice. And if I get thrown in practice and I don't do break falls, and I take enough punishment, I'm probably not going to stick around in judo very long. I mean, that's the basic. That's just being honest. So you're going to sustain injury if you don't practice break falls, and that's, again, like it's our safety net. It's a safety valve. Now, we also use good mats. And I highly recommend using good crash pads, or training throwing pads as well. They add more softness to the fall, and they help break the fall better. So these are all methods to use for your safety. So yes, I highly recommend doing ukemi and teaching it to students. And one thing, like real good training, how I start my people out, when somebody comes in, whether it's an adult or a child, whomever it may be, we start them on their ukemi, and all the while they're learning ukemi, we teach them some ground fighting skills, basic, pins, chokes, arm locks, whatever it may be, particularly that age group. But we'll teach them ground fighting and ukemi at the same time, literally teaching them from the ground up. So they're learning how to fall, they're learning some good basic skills in newaza, and then when they really get good at their break falls, when they're confident, and I as a coach or any of our coaches believe that they're ready to move on, to take falls, then we start them on their throwing techniques. And that's how we teach it. So ukemi is a major integral part of our training program. So yes, I practice them, and yes, I recommend them. Ukemi is that safety valve we need to use every time. So Thanks for the question. Great question.